Hi guys, today we're going to do something a little bit different, and I've just finished my declutters, and while I was doing my declutters I discovered so many things that I kind of just forgot that I had, and I want to try to get some more use out of it. So you've seen the title of the video. I just want to use some stuff that I have in my collection that's been collecting dust. These are products that I absolutely love and I feel like they just don't get enough use. So it's going to be more of a shop my stash kind of video. I've picked up a couple of products that I want to use for this video, and we're just gonna go ahead and have some fun with makeup. So obviously I've already done my face makeup, which I've said so many times. I don't have a lot of different face products. I use the same foundation, concealer, powder pretty much every day. So we're gonna play with the fun stuff, which is what I enjoy anyway. So when I was decluttering my blushes, I will link my declutter playlist up in the corner if you wanna go check it out. I discovered that I have these Kaleidos ones, and I think I decluttered one or two of them, but this is one of the colors that I kept, and I think this is so beautiful. I don't even know if this is available anymore. I will try to link the products that are still available down below, but I really want to use this blush. I think it is so pretty, and just look at that color. It's so springy and it just makes me really happy, and I want to try to get better at using the makeup that I do own, because I definitely get into a bit of a, rut when it comes to my face products. Like I said, a lot of the time I do use the same things, but when it comes to blushes and highlighters and lip products, and of course eyeshadow palettes too, when I'm not reviewing something new, I want to get better at using the stuff that is in my collection. And a lot of the time I don't film that because I enjoy playing with my makeup on my own, and it's a way for me to feel like it's not work in a way, So I do want to get better at doing this with you guys, because I really enjoy playing with the stuff that I do have. And I'm not saying that I don't do that off camera. Of course I play with the stuff that I have off camera, but a lot of the time you don't get to see that because I'm not filming it. So the highlighter that I want to use today is going to be the Sugar Cookie highlighter from Rephr. I don't know if this is available anymore either. This was a holiday release, a limited edition, I think, holiday release from 2 years ago maybe. And it's probably my favorite highlighter from Rephr. Like you can see, it's not super white based, which a lot of their highlighters are. And obviously Rephr's highlighting formula is amazing. If you've tried it, it's super smooth. It's very, very intense, very kind of in your face, but in a pretty way. And I really want to use this a little bit more because I genuinely like it. I think it is a really, really good highlighter, and it just looks really good on the skin. Now, for the fun part, I pulled out an eyeshadow palette that I haven't used in a very long time, and the way that I chose this was basically, okay, I'm wearing these pants today and I want to have something that matches. So I'll put a picture of the pants that I'm wearing on the screen because I don't want to have to stand up. If you haven't followed my fashion channel and my fashion Instagram, I will link both of those down below so you can go check them out, but I'm definitely going to post an outfit of the day with what I'm wearing. But I pulled out the Glaminatrix Glamorous palette. Now this isn't super old, but it is a palette that I feel like I haven't given enough love, and I really love this color story. I think it is so beautiful, and I'm just excited to pull this out again and see what I can do with this. So I don't want this to be, it's gonna be an intense look, but I want it to be more sort of spring rather than fall. So I don't think I'm gonna pull in any of these super dark tones. I'm thinking maybe playing with these two, maybe deepen it up a little bit with the purple. I haven't quite decided yet, but I'm really excited to dig into this palette again because it is a beautiful palette. Like I said, I'm not sure if it is available. I will link it if it is. I do have a code with Glaminatrix, which is just net, and it will save you some money. It is an affiliated code like most of my codes are. If I ever mention a code, it is most likely affiliated, but I do try to make sure to let you know if it is, in case you want to pick something up. I want you to be informed and know if I make any money if you do use my codes. But I have been an affiliate with Glaminatrix for God knows how long because I love their product. And when they reached out to me and asked if I wanted an affiliated code, I couldn't be happier because they are one of my absolute favorite brands, and I'm honestly honored to be affiliated with them because I think they're just great. So let's see, what is it that I want to do? I really want to use this, which has sort of a greenish shift to it. So I'm thinking I should pull in maybe some of these teals. I could also do a very simple look. Maybe that's actually what I'll do. Maybe I'll just do this in the outer corner and this on the lower lash line, and then like this on the lid. Maybe a little bit of something else too. I'm not really sure. But I'm thinking I want to do this. This is such a beautiful, like purple, like light purple. I'm not sure how I would explain this. This is a shade called Package. So I'm gonna start by packing. That was fitting. Packing that on the outer half or so of my lid here, and also a little bit into my crease, but I mostly want this to just be in the outer corner of my eye. I also don't have like the most time in the morning today. I really wasn't even planning on filming today, but then this idea just came to me and I was like, you know what? We're just gonna do this because it sounded fun and it's something I want to do, and I think a lot of you will be happy to see it as well. Even if it's not gonna get the most views, because these kind of videos from me usually don't, but I figured why not, right? So I'm just gonna put that on the outer corner, basically, like I said, half of my lid or so, and blend it into my crease a little bit. I'm not really taking it in all the way because I do want this to be more of a subtle look, like I was saying. So I'm trying to just keep most of the shimmer on the front portion, and I'm also not really winging this out too much. I'm just trying to get a little bit of a blend just in the outer corner here. I definitely feel like when the weather is warming up, I do tend to gravitate to lighter looks, which I didn't used to do, but I've said before, ever since I started wearing lashes, I just feel like I can get away with more sort of shapes when it comes to my eyeshadow, because my hoods on the outer part aren't as prominent when I wear lashes, and so it doesn't look so disconnected, I guess is what I'm trying. I don't know, but if you have hooded eyes, you know what I mean. I'm gonna actually take, I'm gonna take a little bit of this one and this one. I'm gonna start with this, which is a shade called Luxe, and I'm just gonna do that on the outer portion of my lower lash line. I'm trying not to like use too much of this. I don't want this to be a super blown out T lower lash line, but I do want to have just a little bit, try to sort of connect this a little bit in the outer corner without really blending them together. And I am going to use some black eyeliner, so this should be enough to make this look somewhat cohesive. So I'm just going to do this amount, and like I said, nothing too crazy, but I do want these colors to, be prominent enough, obviously, that you can see them. But yeah, let me know, what is a palette that you have in your collection that you haven't used in a while, that you absolutely love? And I would love for you to maybe use that palette tomorrow, pull it out, put it on your vanity for when you're ready, and then play with it, because makeup deserves to be used. It's a shame that especially people like us YouTubers, we have so much makeup and it just kind of sits there because we don't have time to use it. It's not that we don't want to use it, it's just when you're constantly getting in new things, it's really hard to go back to old things. And even if you do get a chance to use something again, it's maybe going to be like one time in a month, because there's so many other things that you also have in your collection that you also want to use, that you also love, that like you have to spread the love, and it's not easy. I'm gonna take this shade here, which is the shade called Style, and I'm gonna do that in the front portion of the lower lash, and I'm probably also going to layer a shimmer over the top of this as well. And now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, does this go with my pants at all? Questionable, but we're gonna make it work anyway, because I feel like my eyes are far enough away from my pants that it's not gonna be the end of the world if they don't really match. It'll be fine. So I think that looks really pretty. Next, what I want to do is I want to put a shimmer on the lid and see how that is looking. Maybe I should have done the opposite. I don't know. I'm gonna put on some of my glitter primer, obviously, because that is what I always do. Just gonna put that all on the front portion of my lid, layering it a little bit over the purple as well, because I do want to layer the shimmer over the purple, but I want to make sure that I get a good blend between the two colors, and I want most of the intensity to be in the front portion. And I think I'm just gonna use the yellow shade. I'm thinking I'll use this, which is gonna pull like kind of green on the eyes, from what I remember. See, this is the thing, like it's been so long since I've used this palette that I don't even really remember like what these shades look like, and that's really sad. So I'm gonna put that, yeah, it's definitely pulling green, and it's very, very sheer, which is exactly what I wanted, because I do want this to be like a fairly subtle-ish look, but I think this is just gonna turn out really pretty. So this is definitely more of a, it's not a satin formula, but it's also not a metallic. It's almost something in between. And I am layering it a little bit over that purple shade, and I'm probably gonna go back in with the purple and layer it back over so that we get a good blend. But I do want to have a lot of this on my eye because I think it is a beautiful shade. Taking a bit more of the purple, and I'm just intensifying the outer corner with this and just relayering it and making sure that I get a little bit of a blend on the outer here between the teal and the purple. Don't want to overblend them. I don't want any of this to get muddy, but I do want the shades to, you know, at least touch each other slightly so that it looks like it's connected. I'm thinking I'm just going to do some nude in my waterline. I don't really have a color that is going to match with what I have under there. Do I want to use, oh, actually maybe I'll use a turquoise. Maybe I'll use this one. I think that's gonna look nice. This is the number 4 from Odens Eye. I'm just gonna pop this in my waterline. I think that was a good choice. And just before I put on my lashes, I am going to take some of this shade, which is the shade called Opulence. And I think that's misspelled. Or maybe that was on purpose, but it's spelled with an A, and I'm not sure. I don't think that's how you spell that. But then again, I could be absolutely wrong. Maybe there's multiple spellings, but I'm just gonna layer that in the front portion of my lower lash line. I'm just gonna quickly put on some lashes and eyeliner, and then we can do lips together when I'm done. While my lash glue is drying, you can probably see it. I'm gonna do my lips. I'm gonna use a lip liner from Colourpop. This is in Another Round. It's not really a lip liner that I don't use that often, but I also needed a lip liner that was gonna go with the lipstick. So I'm just gonna use this. I really like this color, and I think it's gonna go nicely with the lipstick that I wanna use too. Now, the lipstick I'm gonna use, it's not really one that I would say is forgotten by any means, but it is my favorite lipstick in my collection, and I have not used it in months, honestly. This is from Pat McGrath. It is the Blitz Trans lipstick in the shade Flesh Fatale, and you can probably tell, like, for me, having used this much of a bullet lipstick, that's a lot. And I think this is such a beautiful color, beautiful formula. It goes with everything, and I love it. And I think these are getting discontinued, which I'm so sad about. I actually got this on the Pat McGrath, was it their Black Friday sale 2 years ago for like $9. So it's like probably the best purchase that I've honestly ever made when it comes to makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. It is such a unique formula. It is a matte lipstick, but it glides on very easily. It's like glittery without feeling gritty, and it looks so good. It wears so well. I love these. I think they're absolutely stunning. So I think that's gonna be my completed look. Do I wanna do anything else? I think that's it. I am gonna put on some mascara on my lower lashes though, once my lash glue has dried here. I think it's starting to look okay. Let me just make sure. Yeah, maybe I need to go over this with a liner just to make sure I cover that. But anyway, that is going to be the final look. Let me know if you want to see more of these. Maybe I'll make it into a series. I never want to promise anything in like the first episode of something, but if it is something that you would like to see more of, let me know and I can maybe do that. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to see some palette bingos, maybe I'll put my playlist up on the screen. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.